First of all, Mr. President, I think that it would not be fair if, because of the mood of the Senate, we fail to consider some very salient factors that we should look at. I'll therefore plead with you to just give me 2 minutes to point a few things out.
You already recognized. Go ahead. I recognized already, so.
Is to say that if we just say that we're setting up a National Cassava Policy Coordination Council, and then we turn around to say that this bill will not have any fiscal, any financial implication, then we are taking with one hand what we are giving with the other. For the council to be effective, there must be a financial implication to make it effective, and we need to be realistic about that. Secondly, sir, if we do not make a provision for a minimum level of inclusion of cassava flour in whatever flour we say will be used in the country, we must have a mandatory minimum in the bill. If not, the bill, we might as well not pass it. So the bill must start from a minimum. If we say, okay, every flour that is used in Nigeria must have a minimum of 5% cassava, then that becomes a problem. So those are things that we must look at. We must look at starting out. Secondly, sir. Secondly, Mr. President and my esteemed colleagues, I also want to point out that we must be careful in trying to create jobs for cassava farmers. We don't end up creating jobs for cassava farmers in Ghana, in Argentina, or somewhere else. Because if you simply say, okay, flour being used in Nigeria must have 5% cassava content, it is easier for whoever is producing flour in the US to probably get his flour from Ghana, Costa Rica, or somewhere, and meet up the required legal percentage required in Nigeria, and then send you the flour with the 5% cassava intake, but that cassava is not from Nigerian farmers. So we must be careful in passing this bill to ensure that the objectives that we have in mind in bringing this bill out are actually achieved by passing the bill. I just thought that we should point out some of